What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to another episode of The Drop. I hope this video finds you well, and today we are going to be focusing on our headliner, which is Bombslinger, though there are several other awesome games coming out, and I figured we'd just kind of check out what's coming out on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and all of the other consoles this week. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Kicking things off this week, we have Super Daryl Deluxe coming out on the PC, the PlayStation 4, and the Nintendo Switch. Super Daryl Deluxe is an RPG-vania with brawler-style combat set inside of a perfectly normal, sprawling, multi-dimensional high school. Like any other perfectly normal school, its students and faculty are going missing and the classrooms have been locked down for weeks. Yes, there's nothing remarkable at all happening at WFHS whatsoever, just ask the new principal. Things are bound to get stirred up when an enthusiastic, bizarrely dressed new kid wanders into town. The go-getter's name is Daryl, and he just wants to make friends. What starts out as an innocent effort to help jumpstart a young contraband textbook business turns into a harrowing quest through the school and its enormous monster-filled classrooms in the hope of becoming the most popular kid in town. Oh, and saving everyone's lives is the top priority, of course. This game has the aesthetics of Toe Jam and Earl, but on top of that, it also has this RPG-vania brawler-style combat that does switch things up a good bit, so it's an interesting kind of experience. Overall, there's about 15 hours of content according to the description, and on top of that, there are over 40 skills to unlock. You've got some depth to this game, but not a ton of depth that you're going to be giving this game hundreds of hours of your attention. With that being established, there are tons of characters to meet and interact with, there are tons of quests to go on, there is a lot of content here for you to enjoy, so if you are digging what I'm laying down with Super Daryl Deluxe, you can check it out when it hits the PlayStation 4, the Nintendo Switch, and the PC later on this week. Next up, we have a game coming to us from the creators of Killer Instinct for the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC by the name of Extinction. Legend calls them the Ravini, encroaching enemies of bloodthirsty monsters standing 150 feet tall that once threatened to destroy humankind. Now, the threat has returned, and only those trained in the ways of the ancient order stand a chance at defeating the ogres. You are one of the last sentinels, a soldier named Avil, equipped with the skills to battle the endless waves of Ravini, fight massive brutes and their minions across a sprawling countryside, defending cities and rescuing innocent villagers torn from their homes. This is no longer a war, it is an annihilation, and you are all that stands between humanity and extinction. Now, when I'm checking out this game, I must admit it doesn't necessarily stand out as one of those that I have to go out and get right now. It does have some interesting facets to it. We have a full campaign, we have side missions, we have a skill-based combat system. All of these elements do make something that is compelling and kind of interesting. But as far as the game itself goes, it just doesn't look appealing. It has this generic Unreal Engine 4 look to it that doesn't really stand out to me in any kind of way, shape, or form. So with that being said, you know, and all of these things being taken into account, you can check out Extinction this week when it hits the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the PC, and see what the team behind Killer Instinct has been up to. But for me, probably gonna give this one a pass. I'm being honest, just saying. Next up, we have Masters of Anima coming out on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the Switch, and the PC. Masters of Anima is an original adventure game that takes you deep into the magical world of Spark. Battle against the forces of evil in strategic action-packed battles where making tactical decisions quickly is vital. Summon and control large armies of up to 100 guardians thanks to intuitive and innovative gameplay made from the ground up for both controller as well as keyboard and mouse gameplay. Play as Otto, an apprentice of Anima, gifted with incredible powers, and covet the rank of master to finally marry your betrothed and a captive of the terrible Tsar and his fearsome golems. Use the powers of Anima to summon an army of magical guardians. When I say guardians, please think Pikmin. That's essentially what these guys are. During your adventure, learn to control new types of guardians, each with their own unique abilities, useful for exploring the world of Spark, as well as for taking down formidable bosses on your way. Acquire new powers for both yourself and your guardians, and become a true master of Anima. So essentially, when it comes down to it, this has the camera angle of Diablo and the gameplay of what appears to be a Pikmin game. Now, I could be wrong on that one, but it's worth talking about here because, again, it is like the other game that I talked about, coming out on all of the consoles, including the Switch with this one. And I think that the gameplay is going to go very well on the Switch because it does kind of lend itself to a mobile experience. Like I said, it's a very kind of simple game, but whenever you look at how the Guardians are split up based on their abilities and what they do within combat and within exploration, and you incorporate some puzzle elements into the game, I do think it's going to be one that is appealing to some people, but this is not ever going to be one that really hits it big. So with that being said, you know, if Masters of Anima looks like something you may be into, then you can by all means give it a shot when it comes out this week on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the Switch, and the PC. Though, like the other games that I've talked about so far, this one is, in fact, going to be getting a pass from me. And to wrap everything up this week, we have Bombslinger coming to the Xbox One, the Switch, and the PC. Wear the poncho of the Bombslinger, a former ruthless bandit turned rancher, as he sets out on a journey to avenge the brutal murder of his wife. Bomb your way through hordes of enemies, defeat your former posse, and get to the final showdown with its leader, the Gunslinger. And a couple of features: explosive bomber Bomberman-inspired single and multiplayer gameplay, procedurally generated levels, and tons of items make each play unique, 4-player battle mode, and AI bots for classic local multiplayer action. So, as somebody who was so disappointed with Super Bomberman-R whenever it came out on the Nintendo Switch at launch, this is a godsend. This game looks so good, and also on top of that, it is procedurally generated, meaning it's kind of like a roguelike, so you never really get bored. There is obviously going to be a similarity between all of the levels that you do play, but there is something new with the gameplay every single time, and if you mix that with the pixelated art style, if you mix that with that classic Bomberman style gameplay, this is a game that I have been looking forward to for a very, very, very long time, and is one that I will definitely be getting on the Xbox One this week, without a doubt. I am so excited. For those of you like myself who are disappointed with Super Bomberman-R whenever the Switch did launch, check out Bombslinger, see if it is something that may be up your alley. Of course, the art style is different, the gameplay may be a little bit different than the Bomberman we remember, but with that being said, the development team has crafted this with love in memory of what Bomberman used to be, so I'm pretty excited to see what they came up with. And the cherry on top of the cake, or pie, whichever you prefer. I don't know if you put cherries on top of pie. Anyways, Call of Duty World War II is going to be getting its DLC this week on the PlayStation 4 by the name of The War Machine, the second DLC pack for that game. Owlboy is coming to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, a critically acclaimed game from last year, and on top of that, we also have YS Origin coming to the Xbox One. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, drop me a like down below, and in the comment section, let me know what games do pique your interest this week. Also, if you have not seen it, I have been doing a morning show by the name of Caffeinate every single weekday morning, which is going to be hosted live right here on youtube.com/Samuel Adams every single weekday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, so be sure to stay tuned for that, and check that out when you do get the chance, because the bot is always there, and I have been live streaming games over on mixer.com/Samuel Adams. You can check that out as well if you are so inclined. But as for right now, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I will talk to you soon. Peace.